What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Monday, Labor Day version of the Daily Juice podcast. My name is Matt Peralta. Follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk. Matt, we're here on BettingPros every single day on audio, wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube for the video. And you guys know about the offer from BetMGM. It is a Juice 150 $10 offer to win $150 with that promo code Juice 150 when you sign up for a new account. Wherever BetMGM is available, not in Nevada, wherever BetMGM is available outside of Nevada for you. Juice150 is the promo code when you sign up. $10 bet, $150 in free wagers thanks to BetMGM. Win or lose on that $10 wager. All right, let's talk about yesterday and last night. What an incredible game. So if you were with us last night, and hopefully you were, listening to the podcast or yesterday, you heard me talk about the two quarterbacks for Florida State, okay? And I told you about Milton and Travis, and I said, okay, they're going to play both quarterbacks because everything I was hearing, people I was talking to in Tallahassee, around the ACC, around Florida State, remember, I've worked all over the country. So I got people who have covered the ACC and the SEC. I covered the SEC, the Big 10, the Big 12, the ACC. My first job was in the ACC. So everything I was hearing is they were going to play both quarterbacks. And so I made the bet on Florida State because I thought we would have Milton come in and kind of do like a dual threat, one guy runs, one guy passes. I told you last night that, look, it was clear Travis is the more athletic quarterback who can run. For whatever reason, Mike Norvell, who I like a lot, decided to go with Travis for the majority of the game. And then his helmet came off. And all of a sudden, here came Mackenzie Milton, and holy, that was fun. Down 18 points. That's an unbelievable, incredible win for us at +7. Overtime. Did Mike Norvell ice his own kicker? Kinda. I liked the challenge. It was the right challenge. Got him 12 yards in, but the kid made the 50-yarder. He made the practice kick from 50. He didn't make the 38-yarder. And so that's fine. Notre Dame wins the game. Florida State money line does not come in, which is kind of a bummer, but that was a personal play. So that's a loser. But then we get the +7 correct. Here's the thing. This was a personal play, not a official play. So if you saw me on Twitter, I told you I punted at halftime. I know. I didn't think Milton was going to play. If I had known Milton was going to play, I would have kept on the bet. Seriously, I would have. It was part of my handicap is that they're going to play two quarterbacks. And they played one. And I thought, man, this kid doesn't have it. I didn't trust him at all. And there were open receivers, and the offense is totally different with Milton running it, and you saw it. And then he came in the game. And oh my, was it impressive. It was awesome. It's like Mike Norvell was looking for a moment to insert him. And the second he got that moment, it was like, okay, go. And boy, did that team respond. The pictures of his mom crying in the stands, it was just awesome. I don't care if FSU, they lost the game, but they played their tails off. They covered for us +7, and we officially go to 12-3-1 now. Officially. Unfortunately, I don't cash that with you guys because I punted out of it, but fine. I mean, I wish I was yelling at Joe Fortenbaugh because in the first quarter, Joe was telling everybody to get out, get out, get out. And I was like, hold your water, Joe. And he was like, they can't sustain drives. And then they hit that 90-yard run and that 70-yard pass play, and it was just like, oh my gosh, they kept on hitting big plays and it kept them in the game. And then Milton came in and did what he did, and that drive, it was unbelievable. He was 4 for 4 on that drive, and it got him into the end zone. And then, man, they rally and they come all the way down. Entering the fourth quarter, it was like, down by 10, this is not impossible. They could potentially get this to be done, and they did. And then Notre Dame could have won that game a couple of different times. It was just an awesome, awesome game. So officially it cashes. So that, if you didn't listen to me, good. That's one of the times you guys not being in the Discord channel, good for you. Not being on Twitter with me, good for you. Or you didn't take my advice and you just stuck with the bet, good for you. That's great. I'm glad we cashed. Officially, I left it alone. I said even on Twitter, I said, look, officially, the bet's still live. The bet's still going to count because not everyone's listening or watching or people are doing stuff. It's Labor Day weekend, okay? So I can't just punt out of this officially. That doesn't make any sense. That's not fair. I'm going to count it. If I lose, I lose. And we won. 12-3-1 now officially on the podcast for plays here to start college football. It is a very good start to the college football season. Very, very cool. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. So I've given you Ole Miss, minus 9.5. More on that game here in just 1 second. I have a baseball play for you from Dan Harris because, well, I'm tired. And I've been doing so much of this college football research. I haven't watched a baseball game in 5 days. I'm going to tell you the truth. I've not watched a single inning of baseball in 5 days. And so because of that reason, I don't think I'm really all that prepared to give you a baseball bet. And so I went to the bullpen and said, hey, Dan, I need a pick. Give me a pick for the pod that I can trail and I can give out. And Dan did that. So teamwork makes the dream work here at Betting Pros. So that's very cool. By the way, Dan and I will have an announcement. I don't know when he wants to make the announcement, but there's a Dan Harris, Matt Peralt reunion about to happen that I hope we'll kind of break it maybe tomorrow on the podcast or maybe I don't know. Maybe on Twitter. I don't know. We've got a reunion coming, which I'm very excited about, very interested and pumped up about with Dan Harris and I coming up here for football. So stick around for that. Stay tuned, as they say in the world of radio. That's a tease, as they say in the world of radio. But Dan's play is the play of the day on the Betting Pros app. Have you guys downloaded the app yet? It is free. You're going to get plays of the day right there on the front. And this play from Dan Harris actually happens to be the Betting Pros pick of the day, play of the day from Dan Harris. So I'll give you that here in just 1 second. Okay, let me talk about Ole Miss and the bet with Ole Miss at minus 9.5. Okay, it's 10 now. Lane Kiffin's got COVID. There's no line movement. Like the books are like, yawn. The head coach for Ole Miss, the play caller for Ole Miss, is not going to be out there, and the books don't care. I love this now. I mean, I was waiting to see, how important is a head coach to the bookmakers? And they don't care. They're just like, whatever, man. Is Matt Corral playing? Yes. Is he facing that Louisville defense? Yes. Yeah, it's 10. We're going 10 for Ole Miss here with a chance to go and do, as I said, Alabama against Miami in Atlanta. Blowout. Ole Miss against Louisville. I am predicting a blowout here. I'm predicting Ole Miss to be all over Louisville tonight. And I just think it's going to be an impressive performance from Matt Corral on national TV. I don't think it's going to be like what we just saw. One, it's neutral field, so it's not like the pageantry in Tallahassee with everything that we saw with the Bobby Bowden remembrance and the pageantry of college football on a college campus. By the way, home dogs. Home dogs in college football in early week 1, week 2, extremely profitable. Minnesota cashed for us, pushed and cashed. UCLA pushed or cashed. Who else did we ride for home dogs? Vatech. Now Florida State. Okay, home dogs in college football. Okay. It's just, I think it's just a really good opportunity to jump in. I think it's a good spot to be. I think it's a good place to be quite honest, just because you're getting points in that atmosphere. Don't underestimate the fact that these kids did not play in front of a crowd. And I'm really curious about the NFL now. These are pros, okay? But we've said that home field is 3 points, right? They've been playing for over a year in front of nobody. And now they're playing in front of environments, rocking environments, loud crowds, screaming fans, drunk fans. Whew. Maybe pros don't care, and they're used to it, so it's just like back to normal. But these college kids are clearly getting amped up, and impacted about what's happening with these environments. So as you're handicapping week 2, keep that in mind. Okay, so Ole Miss minus 9.5. We're still holding to it. I've gotten a bunch of questions. Matt, you punting on the bet? No. I'm just letting it ride, okay? The books are telling me that they don't care about Lane Kiffin. I'm not going to care about Lane Kiffin, okay? Minus 9.5. We're rolling with it. Ole Miss up against Louisville tonight in Atlanta. Full unit play, still good. We're 12-3-1 in college football now. Let's let it ride, okay? So let's get to the Dan Harris play of the day. Dan, for baseball, Blue Jays against the Yankees. Blue Jays are catching plus 115 against New York. I don't know if Dan's giving me a little bit of a bone here. He's picking the Blue Jays to beat the Yankees. Money line. Talion is starting to crack after pitching just 37 in a third innings these past 2 seasons combined, Dan has told me. Has an 8.2 ERA and 1.54 whip over his last 4 starts. Wind is projected to blow out to left, and Talion allows 47.1% fly ball rate, second worst in the Major League Baseball. Injuries to the bullpen. Ryu should do enough to limit the damage the Yankees can do. We're going Blue Jays on the road at the Yankees, plus 115 money line. Yankees lost, by the way, to the Orioles yesterday, and they blew another lead doing it. Uh-oh. Feeling like the Yankees might be leaking some oil here late in the year after that red hot stretch they were on when they won, 13 games in a row. Haven't looked like the same team since, and now they got some injuries. So we're going Blue Jays, half a unit, money line, plus 115 to beat the Yankees today on a Monday, Labor Day, for baseball. Half a unit there. I may have a couple of baseball props to give you guys on the Discord channel to take care of the other half a unit. We don't leave a half a unit hanging, right? Discord is bettingpros.com/chat, or underneath me here on YouTube for a direct link to get into the Discord channel. We're approaching 8,000 users. This is awesome. It's a great place to be. I've done something which I found to be really cool. When we have a game that we have money on, the Daily Juice channel is on the Discord, on the Discord app, and Discord channel itself is all listed, all different, sports and bets and whatnot. But now I can do micro threads. I can actually take a game conversation out of the main Daily Juice channel and put it into a thread underneath the Daily Juice channel that we're just talking about that game. And that's been I did that for the last 2 days, and it's worked really well because there's so many games going on. People want to talk about different things, and the Daily Juice channel pretty much is the most populous or the most active of all the channels on our Discord. So this is a chance to kind of take everyone talking about one game or dominating the conversation and pulling it out and putting it into its own actual area, which I really do like a lot. So if you've not seen the Discord channel, that might not make a lot of sense to you, but come on over. It's free. It's worth being on there, okay? So there's your baseball play. I'm going to give you today my first NFL teaser of the season, okay? This is the NFL. This is something I'm going to do a lot, okay? I like teasing. If you are new to us, 6-point teasers in the NFL, there is always at least one a week. You always get one. You probably will get more than one for week 1. This is where the numbers are very soft in the NFL, and you can play with them, and you can move them around, and it can work really well for us. Shop books. My books are minus 120. Okay, that pisses off people so much. It should be minus 110 or even money. Most books now are minus 120 on this. I'm okay with it. I'm putting a full unit down, so I'm okay paying the juice on this. And I think the ability to move the line is really beneficial. So let's talk about Thursday night. Tampa Bay up against the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have COVID issues with an offensive lineman that's really important. They've got Dak Prescott coming off of an ankle injury and now a shoulder injury. They've got Zeke, but they've got a defense on the other side that is all back. We haven't seen this before. A Super Bowl championship team dropping the banner. They didn't play in front of their home crowd last year. When they won the Super Bowl, in their home stadium, they did not play in front of their home crowd. They have not played in front of a jacked, full Raymond James Stadium in over a year. I don't know, again, NFL teams, but this is one where I think for Dallas, good luck. Just good luck. I will have more plays on this game coming up later in the week, but the first play, the line is 7.5 right now. It was 6.5. Now it's over 7.5. This thing could climb to 9. Once the books cross 7.5, they don't care about going to 8, 8.5, 9. They'll get some resistance when they get to 9.5 and 10. But normally, once they have enough money on a side to get over 7 and get to 7.5, the books are more comfortable going up because 8 pretty much is not that much of an important number. It can be. 9 isn't that important. 9.5 kinda. 10's a key number, obviously. So the books tend not want to go anywhere near 10. But I could see this number closing at 8 or 8.5 for Tampa Bay against Dallas. We're taking that 7.5-point line, 6-point teaser, Tampa down to 1.5. I don't think we're going to need it, okay? A lot of people will tell you, you don't need to tease in week 1, week 2. We may not. I may come back and just parlay this as well. But I'm going to tease it here on a Monday just because I think it's a smart play right now. And we'll see what happens with line movement and whatnot. But Tampa Bay, first leg, 2-leg teaser from 7.5 down to 1.5. What's the other play? The other leg? Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys know how I feel about Pittsburgh this year. I'm on the under 8.5 wins for Pittsburgh, okay? I just don't think Pittsburgh's going to be able to play with Buffalo. I think the Buffalo Bills are really going to be tough. I don't like Josh Allen. You guys know this, but there's no debate the dude's an MVP candidate. There's no debate the dude's got a great team around him. He's got a good offensive line. He's got great wide receivers. I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers beating Buffalo in week number 1. It's a 6.5-point line. I get Buffalo minus a half a point. Okay? Just win the game. All Buffalo has to do is win the game. Buffalo wins. Tampa wins by 2. We cash this minus 120 full unit teaser. Okay? You can use Tampa in a bunch of teasers. And my guy Raheem Palmer, who was the guest last week on the Sharps Report, has been all over this on Twitter, and I totally agree with him that Tampa, you can use Tampa in the first leg of a teaser in a multitude of bets. Like, you can start teasing a bunch of games and just take Tampa, pull them down to 1.5, and just go ahead and find the second leg. Tampa's beating Dallas, okay? They're beating Dallas. It's just a matter of how many points are they going to beat Dallas by. And more than likely, they're winning the game by 7 points or more. The only question is going to be is whether or not they cover that 7.5 points. That's the only question. Maybe a backdoor cover by Dallas or something. But if you tease it down and you just need Tampa to win, I mean, man, I know Brady has lost a couple of these with the Patriots when they dropped the banner. But there are so many questions with Dallas and so many questions with that defense. And everyone's back for Tampa. Everyone. The offensive line, Brady, the running backs, the receivers, and by all accounts, the offense is going to be better in year 2 with Brady than in year 1. They didn't have a training camp with Brady. Now they do. I mean, Brady had COVID. Now Brady's vaccinated, so you don't got to worry about that. The entire team is vaccinated, so that's huge for Tampa. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be stunned if this game is within 10 points, to be quite honest. I think Tampa's just going to destroy, and I think the books know it, and they just got to grin and take it because Dallas is a popular team. A lot of Cowboy bettors will come in, and maybe that's why the line's going to stay where it is and not go ballooning up. But, man, first play in the NFL, teaser, as it should be. I love teasing games. Bucks and Bills. Bucks minus 1.5, Bills minus a half a point. 2-leg minus 120 teaser for a full unit is our first play of the NFL football season. So we have Ole Miss going tonight, minus 9.5, 1 full unit. You've got the Blue Jays, money line, plus 115 against the Yankees, straight money line, half a unit. And we've got Tampa and Buffalo, 2-leg teaser at minus 120 for a full unit going here today for our Thursday, our first play. I will have more. Don't get me wrong. I'll have more on Thursday. We'll have props and we'll have a lot, okay? Thursday's a flipping holiday. I mean, today might be a holiday, but Thursday really is a holiday. We will be heavily involved on Thursday. Don't get me wrong. We'll be all over that game, and we'll be betting multiple different things. This is just one leg, one little piece to start week 1 of the NFL football season. With Buffalo against the Steelers, I'm sorry. I'm just not high on on the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. If you're a Steeler fan, I'm sorry. I'm just not high in your team. I can't get over it. Those are the plays. I will talk to you in the Discord channel for Ole Miss tonight. 12-3-1 in college football. Can we stay hot? Can we stay this hot? Let's see what happens. I like this bet a lot before the Kiffin news. Hopefully we stick with it, and hopefully Ole Miss goes out and plays really well. And I handicapped that game correctly. Let's go Blue Jays, and then on Thursday we start the NFL season. My name is Matt Peralt. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's the Daily Juice Podcast right here on BettingPros.com, being brought to you by BetMGM.